David has now mapped all these to the metabolic pathways. So we know what these, in essence, bacteria in you that are growing are going to look like. So it is going to be a very different future. And it's going to provide value for agriculture. So today, you are not eating food for your bacteria. No agricultural process is making them, and you're not paying for them. And as a result, most of us are suffering from problems associated with the growth and, in essence, populations of bacteria in us. We can shift that so it's much more beneficial, as it is for babies, and that will have a significant consequence to agriculture. Because agriculture is going to have to produce them. We're going to have selective glycans to feed our bacteria. And there's not a small amount needed. The world will need to consume about 10% of calories if babies are an indication. And there'll be about 1 trillion calories a day worldwide. That's a big value for agriculture. And it's an enhanced value that will improve the value of agriculture and health. But the real challenge for you as a student starting your career is what will we gain when we do this? All right, what's the value proposition of putting all this science together and literally commercializing? Well, there's 3 things. 1, precision. It'll get more accurate. It'll get more personal. And it'll get more personal in various ways. It will, of course, be more personally safer. You won't eat foods that you're intolerant to or allergic to. You won't eat foods that are inappropriate for your metabolic activity. If you've run around all day, you can consume some fructose. If you haven't been running, you should not be consuming fructose. It'll be matched. So all of those things will become more personal, and it's already coming. Nespresso literally transformed the coffee industry for Nestle. Of course, we'll get prevention. All of the metabolic, immunological, physiological conditions that we're suffering from now that are deteriorating our quality of life will come more and more into control. So the prevention of things like obesity, diabetes, allergy, atopy, these things, we will be able to monitor and prevent them. The problem is the business model of prevention. What are people going to pay for diseases they're never going to get? We already know. How much do you pay for iodine? To prevent those horrific goiters and the neurological consequences of birth defects due to low iodine? Nothing. In fact, most of you are probably paying more for sea salt to avoid iodine. So one of the real problems is prevention doesn't have a value proposition. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to get imaginative. Because what you really want is to start thinking, well, if I could control the biological processes that we now know are under dietary control, that diet influences immunity, diet influences metabolism, diet influences physiology, diet influences cognition. Now, health is defined as a disease not. You're healthy if you don't have a disease. From a value proposition, that's not good enough. You're going to have to think, well, what would I do if I could control metabolism? What would I like to change about my life? In fact, that's the big future for diet and health. The aspects of your health that you can improve because you can start to deliver them. So, for example, metabolism is all about metabolic energy. And you know that there are some times when you feel very energetic and sometimes when you don't. For a father, classically, you come home at 6 o'clock, kids say, "Oh, Dad, let's go play." "Oh, geez, that's tired. How about the weekend?" Well, imagine that you could eat through the day in such a way that energy levels peaked at 6 o'clock, that you raced in the door and say, "Kids, get the balls, let's go play." Right? Controlling metabolic energy would be something you'd like. Not life and death. Would you pay for it? Absolutely. So you need to start imagining, what would it be? What if I could control muscle memory so that in the latter part of your life you could control the acquisition of muscle memory If you learn a violin when you're 11, you can play it your whole life. Trust me, at my age, you cannot learn to play the violin. What if I could? What if I had a diet that literally altered the way my muscles acquired that memory? That I had energy to practice 4 hours a day, and in essence, the muscle-nerve interaction plasticity that I could literally start to play concert-level violins. So, the world needs you guys. We can't take another generation of being metabolically, immunologically, physiologically bankrupt. You're going to need to be bold, and you're going to need to make a better world, and you're need to make better people to live in it. So, for all the mums and babies who've helped our program, thanks very much.